Today, I want to take us through the water balance equation. This is a very important equation in hydrology, and when I was going online and trying to get various information about this equation, I came across an illustration that was very simple and very explanatory, and I would like to share it with everyone. So, the water balance equation is an equation that is trying to show us the change in storage in a catchment. So, that means it's looking at the amount of water coming into that catchment and the amount of water going out of the catchment. So, for this illustration, I'll be making use of a bucket. Let's say this is the bucket, and the bucket has a tap. Let's say the tap is somewhere here like this. If we pour water into this bucket, let's say this is the water level of the bucket, and we open this tap and water starts coming out, and the water level of this bucket drops to somewhere here. This change in water level from this point to the point, as in the downward point, we can call it our change in storage. So we can just export the same idea into a catchment. If we have a catchment, the major way that water enters the catchment is through rainfall. So let's call that P. Precipitation, P. And what are the ways that water leaves a catchment? One of the major ways is through evaporation, it's through transpiration. Evaporation, that's the release of water vapor into the atmosphere. Transpiration too involves plants making use of water, then releasing it into the atmosphere. So one of the ways that water leaves a catchment is through evapotranspiration. So let's just call it ET. Another way that water leaves a catchment is through runoff. Let's call it R. R. So to get the water balance equation now, it's telling us that we are trying to find this change in storage, that's change in S. So what the water balance equation is telling us is that that's water inflow minus the water outflow will give us our change in storage. So let's just say precipitation is the water inflow minus the water outflow is evapotranspiration and runoff. So these are our water balance equation. So we can also write it as change in S is equals to P minus ET minus R. And when this change in S is positive and high, it could signal flooding because the water inflow is more than that coming in. And when this change in S is negative, it could signal drought. So I think with this little explanation, we should grasp the water balance equation. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Thank you.